Hello there and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Here you can see we have an international LT in a really cool Walbert livery that's on the Steam Workshop by Carman, and that is also where the trailer's livery is from, comes in the same pack. And we're going to be heading from Boise to Salmon in Idaho. So we'll jump inside.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Doug. We'll get started up. And we'll get moving. Because we've got some salt to pick up at the Walbert here in Boise. And then we'll be heading round to Salmon, where I've not been yet. So that'll be good fun for me. I hope everyone's enjoying Idaho so far. If you've got it and been playing it, I've been really having a great time exploring. I think it seems to be getting a lot of good feedback and a lot of people are enjoying it. And it's just one of those things with a game development cycle like this where they're adding to it over time as they add more assets and just get more experience and doing it, and more resources to be able to dedicate to the research side of things as well. Things are just going to keep getting better and better. And I've got to say, this feels better already. The when I've been going on to the interstates, they've all felt like you've had more of an on-ramp and it's not just immediately throwing you onto there. So I do have a few mods on.
Stay right, and then exit right.
Thank you, Doug. I'm using the next... I don't need to indicate I'm in this lane anyway.
Exit right.
Next Gen Skies and Weather mod, using that. Just because it seems to work right now. I'll be going back to the JBX
then
mod.
Turn right.
When it is ready for 1.38 in Idaho.
Turn right.
I've got the traffic density mod, traffic density and ratio mod, because that's been updated to 1.38, which is like, I've been playing mostly vanilla apart from that. As soon as I saw that was working with this update, I threw it in because there just isn't enough traffic for me in the base game. It adds that much more life to the game. Although even without it, I feel like feels like there's a lot more going on in Idaho compared to the other states.
Stay left, and then turn left.
We sure will. Where is it? There it is.
Turn left.
Let's see where they want us to load up with the salt.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Just there. Okay, we can do this. We can have a bash at doing this whilst recording and talking. Okay, on that side. Not quite far enough. We'll see. Yeah, maybe we can't. Let's give that another go. There we go, we've got it this time. You won't be surprised to know I did mess it up the first time. Overconfident. Well, here we go. Alright. Let's load our cargo.
Time to hit the road.
And it is time to hit the road. Let's make our way to Salmon. So what was I talking about? Mods, yeah. Next gen graphics mod, traffic mod,
Turn right.
and then this Walbert livery, which comes from the Steam Workshop, and that is by Carman, who has made some of the other liveries I've used. And I thought it'd be a great time to actually use this one because normally I play with the real companies and real trailers and what have you. I'd never really have the opportunity or feeling to use the Walbert livery, but as we are in
Stay right, and then turn right.
the fictional ATS universe where Walbert exists,
right.
I thought I'd go for it and use the livery because it does look great. And I'm using it on the International LT, which is on the Steam Workshop as well. And I like this International, I like how it looks. I think it looks smart. Let's try and drive and look outside. I think it looks smart. It's all very basic, lots of plastic on it and stuff because, you know, we're going for that company truck feel. But I'm not too keen on the SCS International truck. Nothing to do with them. They make brilliant models, but it's the grills at the front of the International trucks that I don't like. Are you going? Come on, mate. Oh, we've missed the boat there. Oh, he's letting him out. That's nice. Go on, you go first. We'll get out of here eventually. It does seem to be a quiet truck though. We'll crack open the window. Come on, come on. Right, we're going. Yeah, well, I'd never, under any other circumstances, use the Walbert livery, but I figured it was a good time and I thought it'd be cool to try an international truck, because I never normally do. I do like the look of this one. And the trailers are brilliant. Trailer liveries, well detailed. We drive with our headlights on for your safety. Let's do that then. Maybe not, they're a bit bright. The trailers as well, they come with 4 different liveries. So you've got like a 70s, 80s style one. This one, which is the 2000 era style Walbert livery, and then you've got one that's based on the SCS one and it's just enhanced more with a few more stickers and numbers on and what have you, and then you've got a modern era Walbert livery as well, which is pretty ace, so I'm quite happy to use it, show it off. There'll be probably a lot of people that don't use the real companies now, they're not on the Steam Workshop as well, they'll be more than happy to drive a Walbert truck, role play as a company driver. I do have the JBX settings mod still on, which is
Stay right.
an
exit
LUT
right.
and stuff like that. And I've got the HDR turned off to tone down the bloom a bit. We are exiting
Exit
here,
right.
and we're coming in pretty hot.
Get ready to turn left.
I will be ready, Doug. Doug's the name of the guidance system, by the way.
Turn left.
Got a Walbert truck there. Give him a little toot. Where's he going? It's busy here. Nothing coming the other way though. Oh, they're merging there, that's why they're zigzagging. I didn't look that way then. That could have been a disaster. Had salt spilled all over the road. Anyway, onwards to Salmon.
Stay right.
Now, I obviously don't know America, because I'm obviously not American, and I don't really know much of the geography of the states, apart from like the Pacific Northwest, which I'm very familiar with. And I've actually been to Florida. Stereotypical tourist
straight.
place to go. And I've no doubt in my mind that I'll have misconceptions about places. And what I thought about with Idaho before I started driving in ATS in it was I just knew potatoes. And I mostly know potatoes because there's a potato in the kids' show Gumball, and he's called Idaho. So I knew Idaho was big for potatoes, but I had in my head I had Idaho down as being more flat. That's just the preconception I had. Hey, big boy. And looked at Google Earth and stuff and Google Maps, have a look around. I enjoy maps. And realised obviously it's not. Just in the build-up, waiting for Idaho's to release. And then I've found, just like with all the other states, that SCS really nail it in terms of every state feels different. You feel like you are where you are, even though it's condensed to 1 to 20 scale. Excuse me, just need a bit of a drink. And I feel like they've done that with Idaho again. They've completely nailed it, that this is somewhere new. It's different, it's got its own features and geography, and it's got its own things that make it special. I particularly enjoyed the 45th parallel. If you find that whilst you're playing, I thought that was pretty cool. Scenic overlooks as well all over the place, which are great. Some dirt roads, maybe. Thought it might be one of those secret roads. Yes, I don't know what I was getting at other than that I really like Idaho. The viewpoints though, I do like, and if you don't like them, just don't drive into them. But I've heard it said as well before by someone else that they are really great.
Stay right.
But one thing they should add to them is a bit of text telling you something interesting about that place or what you're looking at, which would be great. I think just add that bit more use to them, where you're sort of learning something as well. Because I like to know about the places I'm going to in real life and in truck sim. I'm very much enjoying these roads. I enjoyed, is it Highway 55? The one that heads up from Boise north. Very much enjoyed driving that one too. Like, I had no idea there was so much forest in Idaho. One thing I will say as well that I've noticed, and I notice it more as I drive along, in the past, I think SCS were quite guilty of spamming tractors. In an area of farmland, they would throw down, hey Blaine County, they'd throw down lots and lots of tractors just to sort of nail down the point to you as you were passing in that moment that you saw that area. Hey, there are tractors there.
Go straight.
This is farmland. And I think most people can spot an arable field and get a vibe of farmland from somewhere without needing 5 tractors in the field. And this time in Idaho, you know, there isn't that. If we look around now, it's pretty obvious. You can't see them because we passed them. It was pretty obvious those fields were farmland. You've got the silos over there over farm. You know, these fields up ahead, they'd probably farmland. This one to our left, that's obviously an arable field. There's no tractors in it.
Go straight.
You don't need that. And you never see that many tractors in one field, like 5 tractors, and they'd all be doing nothing. So I'm quite pleased that they've done away with that. They've really nailed, I think, the feel of farm areas and
go straight.
Just grassland and plains and stuff. So there's a tractor to our right. And he's sort of in the farmyard, which is fine, that's great. There's not like 3 or 4 strewn about that field. I'm thinking about a screenshot. I think I'll grab one. There we go, got some screenshots. I think I'm happy with them. I know the 2 front mirrors there, they're a bit garish. But they just make it a bit easier to... Oh, I'm getting a lot of...
Get ready to turn left.
Frame drops there. Calm down a bit now. Yeah, I know the mirrors down there, they're a bit... Ugh. But I stuck them on. Just because they saved me having to use my D-pad on my wheel to look around quite so much. Like that. Oh, I didn't see you coming. Oh, it's alright, mate. Yeah, fancy car. Fancy state trooper car. Excuse me. Bit of a dry throat then. Yeah, they just save me having to move the camera so much when I just want to glance at my mirrors. School Avenue. And there's a school, I'd reckon.
Go straight.
This isn't even a town on the map. This is great. What's that? Idaho? I can't read that. Blurry eyes. Some cows there.
Go straight.
wildlife management, did that say? I saw as well on these irrigation pipe systems. I saw one on driving down the highway or the interstate. It wasn't moving, but there was like particle effects. Not trying to, but because it works, they were sort of demonstrating that it was on and working and spraying water into the crops, which I thought was cool, and I don't think I've seen that before. We've got a scenic overlook viewpoint. I'm not going to use it.
Stay left.
Because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's watching and hasn't. You know, I'll see it in my own time, and if you want to see it, you can see it too. But I'm guessing this is the area of Idaho that they used for practice for the moon's surface, just by looking around. It's pretty incredible. Scenic overlook. Climbing up now.
Go straight.
More stuttering there. Now I've got the SSAO down to medium, but I think part of what is draining my performance... Oh, airport. Oh yeah, right there. Right next to me. Yeah, I think what's partly might be draining my performance is the increased traffic levels. I might have to have a play with my settings. Because it is getting particularly bad, and I wasn't having this problem earlier. I did a test run with my mods that I've currently got on, from Boise to Twin Falls, and it was nowhere near this bad. I'm sorry.
And then continue straight.
Pop a cut in and we'll see if we get anything better in a moment.
Go straight.
We've just entered a town called McKay, I think it was, and I've turned SSAO down to medium, and something else down to medium. Scaling's on 300%, but as I was coming into that town as well, I did get quite a lot of stuttering. Just as it's obviously loading in assets. Knock that off. So I don't know what that's about. I've not experienced it that much yet on the signs I were running, and yeah, it's what it is. I'll figure it out. It could be this truck for all I know. It could be a mod. Who knows? I wouldn't like to say. But I do get the feeling it is when we're loading in assets in the town. These mountains are pretty spectacular. Let's some tourists over there. And we've not got far to go to Salmon now. Historical site. Guy fixing the solar panel. Scenery is really nice. This is cool. Not a big fan of following log trucks though, gotta say. Maybe it's because I watched that movie as a kid. What was it? Final Destination. I'm sure his load's secure. I've got every faith in him.
Go straight.
Wait.
Stay right.
Around every corner in Idaho, it just feels like there's somewhere better. You should have taken a screenshot. I'm
Stay
loving,
right, then continue straight.
really loving what they've done with the models of the gas stations in Idaho as well, and they've added a few in other states, I think, where you use the pumps with a pump on either side because you've got tanks on both sides.
Go
That's
straight.
cool. And also the truck stops. I think the truck stops are great. It just sort of had that bit more immersion and realism to it. You know, when you're stopping in a massive truck stop on the side of an interstate, or you know, just on the edge of a town that's huge with great big diesel pumps for trucks and stuff like that, and it adds that bit more immersion which you don't get when you stop in a town and you take your rest stop. Wow, this is really nice. Take your rest stop in that like motel. That's an asset that's commonly used, and you've barely enough space to swing a cat, let alone back in and out a 50-foot trailer. Probably coming around here a bit too fast.
straight.
They feel too bright. They feel way too bright. Yeah. Not too sure about the lights on this truck. I was just thinking it's 6 in the evening, probably be time to put the lights on soon, but I feel a bit much. I think I'll drive with them on until I absolutely have to. See, there's just barely lighting up the road. It's daylight, isn't it? But mine, look at that. It's like spotlights. Here we are, Salmon.
Stay right, and then continue straight.
I sure will.
Go straight.
Oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Didn't like something then. So slow it down a bit.
Stay right, and then continue straight.
See, when I read that like Sierra Nevada
straight.
was bad at sucking frames, and I drove through Yosemite, and it felt alright, and I thought that was where it's going to be. It's worse. This is how I imagined it would be. That stuttering like that. Then I don't know what that was about. Well, I mean, I do, but
Go straight.
I don't know why it's suddenly so bad. There was a stop sign there. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
It
Well,
was
anyway,
a nice ride.
yeah, it was, Doug. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the ride as much as Doug has. Although he always does, and I doubt his sincerity. But here we are, in Salmon. Thank you very much for watching. Make use of the Ace Walbert truck whilst you're not using real companies, because I think it looks fantastic. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.